We have come to Great Whitcomb Roman Villa. It's supposed to be really hot and sunny today, but it's overcast but warm and dry. So that's the main thing. So yes, I'm going to show you, well, Poshcats are with me. We're going to do this and then maybe go for a cup of tea or something somewhere, and then I'll head off. But I've just noticed there's a really nice reservoir or something over there, which I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, we're going to go and have a look at these Roman remains. This is an English heritage site, which I'm not a member of, so I have to do the car parking, which is a text thing. There is no way of doing it with cash. You have to have a phone and you have to be able to text, and then it just takes the money directly, I guess, from your phone bill or something.
Well, I've done that.
Done that?
But what, this says, my message was part 10 and the registration number.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's right.
Oh.
And then it'll tell you you've paid £2 when you've sent it.
Oh, okay.
It's clever.
Oh, I haven't.
Now that's a view. You can see why the Romans picked it. They clearly have an eye for, you know, for good spots dominating the landscape. You little puppies. So this was built in about 200 AD. What a place to pick to build your house. Right, let's enter the kitchen. Okay, here's the kitchen. Imagine it, hot, smoky, lots of food being prepped. I'm assuming there would have been a doorway somewhere. We'll go over this wall. There we go. Let's take you through the villa. Painted walls. All beautiful stuff. Cooking going on. The smells of grains cooking. Snails. Lots of honey. Lots of other Roman things. Fruits. Getting the picture? Apparently they unearthed lots of hearths here. Not that I can see where that was, but that's what I guess led them to believe it was a kitchen. This is all rounded on the inside. I wonder what this room was. These rounded corners. I can hear fresh spring water. Obviously that bit is not Roman, but the wall looks old. But I imagine if there's a natural spring here now, there would have been a natural spring back in Roman times. This is probably where they would have had their water coming. Had a well of some sort. Look at that view. Wonder what this gully was for. I wonder if that was for water, channeling it maybe. Then through here, I don't know, would it have come in here? So that rounded off bit would have been the dining room by the look of the plan, and the actual bit I think we came in over there that I said was the kitchen wasn't the kitchen, that was the toilets. The kitchen was the bit we stepped over the wall into. I'm not sure what these bits down here are. Then there's the main corridor. And then that would have been the hypercaust room up the top there. Where's my finger? Just across the top there. With a cold bath on the side. And then I'll show you the shrine in a minute. And then down here would have been one of the plunge pools, I would imagine. Yeah, this is the cold? No. Yes, the cold. So this is the cold plunge pool. I'll show you that bit in a minute. So it looks like it was built in 2 phases. So the dark stuff is the first bit, and obviously this bathhouse was separate to start with. And then later on, sort of the 5th century, this was all added on afterwards. So it was extended, and also that was then included into the main building. They think that one might have been a barn. So that's what they think that one might have been. So this room would have been the shrine room, which would have been fed by the natural spring. So that bit in the centre would have been where the water was going, and also the water would have gone downhill towards the latrines as well to wash those away. This is where they would have done their worship, their different gods. And the Romans had many, many gods for many, many things. This one is the cold plunge bath that I was telling you about. I think I might have done well as a Roman. I like baths. Obviously, bathing back in Roman times was a very social activity. I mean, you know, they did everything with the bathing situation going on around them. Things like business deals and discussing matters of national importance, tactics, military, everything. It was kind of expected that you'd be invited to bathe if you were a guest. And over there is the furnace hole to stoke the fires, to heat the water. Imo, I am keeping my eyes open for new trees that I haven't marked off of our competition booklet. I'm getting to the more complex trees now though. The ones that I'm unlikely to find, unless I go to like an arboretum. So, you've got time to catch up. This pathway is made like a wall of roots from the trees. And then the people go down the middle. I can hear water down there somewhere. That was kind of them to make you a bench, wasn't it?
Well,
nature provides, you see. Springy, is it?
it's nice and springy.
Comfy?
Yeah, yeah.
Good, good. That's where the stream is. And it's coming down from there, and it's coming down from there. And that will be heading down to where that villa was, and coming out of that hole that fed the villa. Looks like we're walking along the Cotswold Way. Good to know. All nicely filtered, coming through the earth. It is, yeah. I reckon that'd be pretty safe to drink. You can see why the Romans picked a water source like that.
Yeah.
And the location, I mean, it all just fell together, didn't it, for them?
Place to build. A lot of the time. don't want to square around with this square around.
So we decided that we were on the Cotswold Way, and therefore that is probably a long straight line going from one place to another over many miles, and it was probably not a good idea to keep walking on that route because it was unlikely to be circular. So I've just googled where we are and looked to see if there's any footpaths or alternative routes, and we just happen to be stood right next to a path that takes us on a higher path and should bring us back to the car park. But let's be honest, we all know how rubbish my directions are, and we're likely to end up in Wales or somewhere. Just over there, someone has started making, between those two trees, like a raised shelter, and started to put logs across the top to make like a raised bed. Well, they've made it flat on the slope.
Yeah.
Done a good job to start with. Got to admit it, I take you on all the best routes, don't I?
Yeah. Oh, we don't mind.
I feel like I'm in the tropics.
Yeah.
We've done it before.
Look out for the tree frogs. Fossils. Is that the rib cage of something? Maybe? There, with the ribs and the spine down the middle? Maybe? What's that? Something there as well.
We're getting snowed on by bits of tree.
Are you? It goes this way as well. I reckon this is like a stream bed when the water's heavy.
I'm scared now.
You just follow it all the way down.
By the absence of mud. I'd say that's pretty.
Have I made a good assessment of that, have I?
Yes.
We'll go with that. But I imagine that all the water will be pooling at the bottom somewhere.
Leaves on the edges.
Yeah. Water will make its own way. The path of least resistance. So I'm following it. That is nice. We have got a big pot of tea. Yeah, that'll keep us going.
I'm sure I said Malvern Hills Caravan Club.